Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining us for another episode of Spooky Chicks and Horror Flicks. We are your hosts, Emma.
I'm Allie.
And we have a very special mini-sode for you today. So we asked all of our Instagram followers and everyone on our Patreon to submit questions that they just really are dying to know about Allie and I. And some of them are horror related and some of them aren't. So thank you everyone who participated. And we got so many submissions for questions. We love you guys so much that I think the biggest reason we wanted to do a little mini-sode Q&A session today is because we are in the midst of our favorite spooky season of the year.
Tis our time.
It is our time. And we have a lot of new listeners and new followers and figured what a better way to get to know us than to do a little Q&A episode.
Yeah. We also love to talk about ourselves, so it's perfect.
But yeah, so just diving right into things, we have about 12 questions today. And so the way that we're going to do it is I will ask a question, we will both answer, and then Allie will ask a question, we will both answer. And we might have a couple of questions that come up just from our discussions along the way. So we hope that you guys enjoy. All right, Al, so question number 1. What is the best horror movie snacks? And this person submitted this question saying, especially paired with White Claw. So I will let you answer this one
It's
first.
White Claw. White Claw paired with White Claw.
That's it.
I loved that little add to that because they would really do listen and know that I'm just obsessed with White Claw. But it's kind of hard for me to eat during horror films. I can always drink during them, obviously. Really depending on the movie we're viewing or watching or for fun or anything. But I think it would be cheese, a loaded pizza, and Sour Patch Kids.
Ooh,
if it was something that I could eat. For instance, we review some stuff that it involves blood and gore, and I just don't really like to
You're not
eat.
down with that.
I'm not down.
See, I'm the complete opposite, and I could be having a full plate of spaghetti while watching Terrifier.
That's disgusting.
I just disassociate, I think, which is a great thing because I can kind of eat no matter the movie, which is nice.
I'm very proud of you.
So for my little snack, so I said white wine because, Allie has her White Claw. I also agree that cheese would be a great snack. I love cheese in any form and all forms, and I will have it at any time. I also have been really loving pumpkin ginger hold the cone ice creams from Trader Joe's. And if you don't have a Trader Joe's near you, I'm so sorry. But if you can ever get your hands on one of those, highly recommend. I also, if I'm looking for a sweet snack while watching horror films, I love Reese's Pieces, when they're the little Reese's that look like M&Ms. That's probably my favorite candy of all time. I'm not a huge candy gal, so that says a lot. And then topping it off with a beverage, because I also like to have something on me that's hydrating me because my alcohol is equally dehydrating me. And that is a large, and I mean big gulp. Welp, see you later. Blue Powerade. And
okay.
I don't know why, I'm obsessed with that.
First of all, is that hydrating you?
It's a sports drink.
Totally. Sugar water. And today you declined when we went through the Carl's Jr. drive-thru. You didn't
because I didn't bring my wallet and I didn't want you to have to buy me a large one. They're expensive.
Oh, you mean
there.
the $1 drink?
No, they're expensive there, you guys. I swear.
All right, I believe you.
She's calling me out, everyone. She's calling me out.
Whenever we go to Carl's Jr., you always want a blue Gatorade.
Blue Powerade, but yeah.
Oh, blue Gatorade is what I like.
Well, I love a blue Gatorade too. That we could go down a whole
other discussion. Anyways. Our second question is, what got us into horror? Emma, you're up.
So my dad is a big movie buff. Shout out to John. And my mom she's also kind of really been very spiritual, very into the occult and ghosts. And she's a believer.
Imagine Stevie Nicks. And that's what Emma's mom is.
That's literally my mom. So I think the combo of my dad being a horror buff, loving horror movies. He also was a big sci-fi fan too. So I grew up watching the Sci-Fi Channel and all movies that are on that. And that's horror and just regular sci-fi. I think the combo of just both of them, they birthed this horror child. Yeah, that's kind of how I got into it. So I would say from a very, very young child, I have been into it. But what about you?
No, same. I've said before, my older brother, he introduced me to Nosferatu, which was unfortunate because now I'm scarred for life. I think the new Nosferatu comes out
It's coming out soon.
like December?
I think it comes out, this
Like
year.
on Christmas?
Does it? Oh, I think it does. We should go.
What are you doing on Christmas?
I'm free. Nosferatu.
Even before that, my dad and I would watch, the ghost hunter shows and all of that. So I grew up with a very eclectic horror-loving family. And it just carried into my 30-somethings.
Well, and then when Allie and I met, I mean, we've always been spooky girls. We've been friends since 2013, so a little over 10 years now.
Oh, happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary.
Love you.
I love you. And since we've met, we have always confided in each other and just enjoyed every piece of Halloween, horror. We're definitely spooky chicks, down to the core. And I think that was also sort of the inspiration for this podcast. And when I decided I wanted to do this, there was no one else that I would have thought would be a better co-host. I was like, Allie, you have to be a co-host with me.
For sure. Also fun and very relevant fact. It was 10 years ago today or yesterday that we went to Disneyland for the first time together. And it was spooky season.
Spooky. Mm-hmm. We have this really iconic photo. Maybe we'll post it. It's of us being zombies in front of the big pumpkin that's out front of Disneyland. Oh, I'm so excited. We're going later this month. But anyways, that's so fun. Oh my God, I love that. What a good memory.
Facebook reminded me.
Oh, well.
My memory would not remind me.
Well, so then moving on to question number 3, are we planning to have more episodes on the Scream franchise?
I say fuck yeah. Before I ask you the same thing, what's your favorite in the franchise?
Honestly, I think just the first one. There are still several, I'm going to admit right now that I haven't seen, kind of in the middle.
Like what?
I don't think I've seen 4.
You don't have to watch that. Well, I'm just kidding because Emma Roberts is in that one.
Yeah, there are a few in the middle that I'm missing, but I did see one of the more later ones with Jenna Ortega. I'm going to save that for another discussion, but I do think that we definitely will tackle all of the Scream movies at some point. But kind of we have the same plan to do all the Halloweens because there's just so many, and maybe all the Friday the 13th as well, and all the Freddy movies, the Jason movies, kind of just everything. So we just say yes.
We got to spread them out,
Yeah, we don't want to do them all at once. And there are so many horror movies out there, you guys. You should see when we sit down and try to plan the the movies that we're going to review. We just have so many that we want to do. It's so hard to fit them all into our schedule, but we're trying.
Trust. If this was our full-time job, we would be popping these out every single second. Yeah. Oh, little babies. Yeah, exactly. But okay, moving on to question 4. Emma, what's your ultimate comfort horror movie? And you can rewatch it no matter what, just any time of year, even if it's on Valentine's Day.
Okay, so I have 2 that come to my mind immediately, and that is the 2003 Texas Chainsaw Massacre with Jessica Biel. I don't know why I love it.
That's so funny.
And I just love how it was filmed. I love Jessica Biel in it. She's one of my favorite final girls. I think she is just so hot in it, and everyone in the cast is literally so hot. So I think as a teenager, it really had my heart pounding. And then I also really love Stephen King's Silver Bullet with Corey Haim. Not a lot of people have seen that. I'm a werewolf film gal. I think werewolves are my ultimate fear. And so there's something about Silver Bullet that if I kind of want to be scared, but it also gives me a weird comfort. I don't know. I can't really explain it.
I feel you always say everything's your ultimate fear.
Kind of is.
Fair enough.
But what about you, Els?
Life is scary. I get it. All right. I've said this before as well. Trick or treat. And we've covered this in one of our previous podcasts. I got it in a Kmart bargain bin, and it is just my fucking favorite thing in the entire world.
Did you pick it because you loved the cover?
Well, I think I was watching...
What drew you to it?
I think I was watching True Blood at the time, and so Anna Paquin's in it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Also fucking Leslie Bibb, which equals Sam Rockwell.
Which equals...
Justin Long.
Hot. Oh my God, yeah.
So that's math.
Which equals Kate Bosworth, which equals Blue Crush.
Oh God. This is your Polar Express.
I love that. I love Trick or Treat. That's a really good one too. And I would say that's a new one in my comfort horror category because of you. You showed me that film. It reminds me of you. It makes me very happy.
Thank you. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. But another one is, you can say it's not a horror movie because it's probably not, but Fun Size, the Nickelodeon movie with that little teeny bop and Chelsea Handler.
It's a Halloween movie though, right?
It's a Halloween movie. It's just, I put it on just to make me feel like really happy.
I just wanted you to be like, to make me feel alive.
That's what it does though. And when I met Chelsea Handler, she was like, oh, thanks for reminding me that I was in that. And I was like, that's so iconic.
What a thing to say.
Also, Ghost Ship.
Girl. Yeah. Love it.
The next question is, do we go to haunted houses during Halloween and do we enjoy them?
Yes, and yes. 100%. We love a good haunt. We love going to the ones that are like produced. Like we just went to SeaWorld's Hollow Scream. Shout out to SeaWorld for inviting us. We had a blast. We went on their opening night in San Diego. We have some photos on our Instagram too that kind of chronicle our whole time there, but we had an absolute blast.
It was so fucking fun. And there are speakeasies in the haunts.
Oh my God. Yeah, that was so cool.
You kind of have to like dig around for them.
We also really love like Hollywood Horror Nights at Universal. We are sadly not going this year. We just couldn't fit it in the schedule, you guys.
It's
we are
busy.
Yeah, we are busy ladies. But anyways, yes, we totally love going.
It's October, it's busy season, so we're trying to fit in all those haunts while we can. But yes, we also just at any kind of convention we go to all the haunts.
Oh yeah, I totally forgot. Yeah. And then we also even like some that are maybe even on a smaller scale. Like the producer and I really enjoy going to Balboa Park in San Diego. They have a haunted trail. Mm-hmm. There is also like Not Scary Farm. There is like the Haunted Hayride in LA. There's so many out there. And I will say, there are definitely some that we like more than others, but I love being scared. I feel like, Allie, you don't get scared. Where to me, that's my adrenaline rush. Like, I don't really like roller coasters. I don't like crazy, like, what do you call that? Like adrenaline rush stuff. But for me, going through a haunt or like something scary, that is an adrenaline rush to me. So
I don't think you noticed, but I put up a really bold face and kind of deflect with being nice to the people, which they probably don't like.
The scare actors.
Yes. And that's my defense mechanism to get through because it is an adrenaline rush for me as well. But I'm just trying to like,
it like takes it down a notch if you like say hi.
Yeah, which I feel like kind of a bitch for because they're probably like, oh, we just want you to scream.
We need to accept all people going through haunts as they are.
Yeah, this is me trying to get through haunt people. Take me as I am.
And then moving on to question number 6. So this will be a fun one, Els. Who is our favorite horror celeb that we've met and who would we like to meet? You want to start us off?
Just give me a breath here because I've got a lot to say, but I'll keep it brief. One of my favorites was my sweet, sweet, sweet Dermot Mulroney. My heart aches for you.
What an angel.
What an angel, honestly. He was the best person ever. We also did meet Skeet, but we didn't get to like talk to him.
We did like a photo op thing with Skeet Ulrich and Matthew Lillard. Yeah. And when we bought it, I think we didn't realize that like you really were not able to talk to them like literally at all. They basically heard you like cattle through this line to get photos and print them out as fast as possible. And so I think like looking back, we probably wouldn't do that again. We would more like line up at their autograph table instead and actually spend some time maybe like having 5 minutes to chat with them.
Also, Felissa Rose from Sleepaway Camp was a delight.
Oh my God, we love Felissa. We reviewed Sleepaway Camp. We had both never seen it before, and we reviewed it, I think, as the first or second film in our last summer slasher series.
Yep.
And holy shit, we became huge fans immediately. And then meeting her on top of that and finding out she was an absolute doll is so sweet. She literally took a picture with our sticker for the podcast and said that she would be a guest. So I'm going to hold her to that.
Yeah. And Felissa, I hope you have it on your big dumb cup.
I know. I wonder what she did with it. I hope she has it somewhere. But I would add in there that I would fucking love to meet Cassandra Peterson, the mistress of the dark, Elvira. I love her so much. I have followed her for years. I've always thought she was fucking awesome. And I read her memoir. I have kept up with just all the fun things that she's doing. She's like hotter than ever right now. I just feel like this woman also just does not age. She's gorgeous. And I heard she's also a delight. So I would love to meet her. And then my other one is Jeff Goldblum because I love him so much. I'm a huge Jeff Goldblum fan. He is probably my number one favorite actor. I've seen most everything that he is in. Another reason that I love him is not only was he in The Fly, which was absolutely fantastic, but he was also in Invasion of the Body Snatchers, which not a lot of people know about. This man's filmography is just insane. He's so talented. He can do so many things. And
have you seen him in 9 months? Is that what that's called? 9 months? He's fantastic in that. He's like a ladies' man.
Oh, well.
He is a ladies' man. Okay, number 7, Emma, what's a horror movie you won't ever watch?
This one is an interesting question because normally if you were to just ask me and I'm flying off the cuff, I'd probably say that there isn't a horror movie that I wouldn't at least give like a chance to. But I have heard from a lot of my horror colleagues, friends, family, that a Serbian film is extremely disturbing. I don't even know if you can count it necessarily as horror. It's more just like fucked up and disturbing.
What's it called?
It is literally called A Serbian Film.
Oh.
That is the title.
Okay.
And it deals with a lot of themes of pedophilia, SA, trafficking. It just sounds like stuff that I'm not really down with. So I don't see a reason for me to watch that film.
I'm with you there. I haven't heard of a Serbian film. I just can't believe that's the name of it.
I know, that is the title.
Because I typically just give something a chance at least once. But what I don't necessarily enjoy is like, probably what you're explaining is like the torture stuff.
Yeah, I'm just like, I don't think I need that, you know?
Like if it's Blood Diamond-y, like, you know, in Blood Diamond when they do that thing to that kid or that person.
Or like some films that are maybe not as intense but similar is like Last House on the Left or like Straw Dogs. Like I just don't like, I guess like torture-y and like SA theme films is like a no-go for me.
What is Straw Dogs? Is that with Kate Bosworth?
That is with Kate Bosworth. And so weird, but I do actually watch it again every once in a while thinking that I'm going to like it because it has James Marsden as well.
Oh.
And the film itself is done really, really well, but Alexander Skarsgård is a real piece of shit in it. And
I love that.
I don't know if you would love him in this film, but
is that the hot one?
Yes. He's Bill Skarsgård's older brother.
The dude from True Blood.
Sure. I've actually never seen True Blood. I'm actually watching it right now with the producer and we're on episode like 2.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see what you think.
But yeah, I would say that's kind of my answer if that helps at all. But like most films, I'm open. I'll give it a shot.
All right, cool. Let's watch The Polar Express then.
I'm okay. Moving on. I'm just kidding. Okay, Alice. So number 8. What is the scariest movie you've ever seen?
This one was like a hard one for me because I was scared a lot as a kid. Obviously, I've mentioned before It, the original miniseries, and Nosferatu and all of those things. But now as an adult and rewatching all these films that I saw back then, genuinely, I think Jaws fucked me up the most. And I think Sinister still scares me to this day.
Girl, I am right there with you with Sinister. Like Sinister, I don't know. We actually did it on the podcast. So if you guys want to hear a more in-depth sort of recap of our thoughts on it, you can find that in a previous episode. But I totally agree with you. It's like a mix of the cinematography, the music,
the lighting,
the acting. Like Ethan Hawke is so good.
He's so hot. Yeah. Oops.
What to touch the hiney.
Yeah.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. And Jaws, honestly, I could see that too. Like we live in San Diego, so we are at a beach pretty often. I mean, Allie lives very close to a beach. So yeah, that would scare me, especially if you saw it back in the 70s when it came out.
But I don't consider it a scary movie. I think it conditioned me to think that there are sharks everywhere and the water is terrifying. So that's the scariest thing.
Yeah, like if you're in water, you're almost like picturing that shark in the water with you.
Yeah, and it's We are in California.
Yeah.
So
We're very close to water. It probably wouldn't scare us as much if we lived in like Arkansas or something.
Arkansas has water.
Fuck. I don't know my states.
What's your scariest?
Well, I mean, Sinister for sure. And then another one that fucks me up every time, and I think I watched it recently with the producer, was Signs. Signs just freaks me out because I am such a believer. Like, I believe in things happening for a reason. I believe in the butterfly effect, or, you know, things affecting other things, and I don't know, and chance and luck. Those are all things that I truly do believe in. And I think Signs plays on a lot of those themes very deeply. And so I feel like it freaks me out in a deeper level, like to my core, because those are things I actually believe in.
Swing away.
Okay. Oh, I got the chills.
Also, when I was going literally insane during the pandemic, I made one of those Abigail Breslin foil hats. Had it on my head for like a day.
As you should.
Yeah.
I would like one.
Yeah.
May I commission you?
Yes, please.
Perfect.
I'll do it for free.
Amazing.
Number 9, what horror movie would you like to see remade with an all-female cast? That's a fantastic question.
This is a great question. I mean, every horror movie.
I was going to say, yeah, like how
literally.
Do we pick?
But a couple that kind of come to mind, I think that Creep would be really funny. But I also feel like the female version of Creep is actually just the roommate with Minka Kelly and Leighton Meester.
I think you said that when we covered that in the episode.
I probably did. We also did an episode on Creep if you guys want to listen to that. But Creep would be really fun with an all-female cast, I think.
The Creep would not have happened if it was all female.
That's a really good point.
Because
that person wouldn't have let it get that far.
Exactly.
Yeah. Hey, maybe it's all first girls.
Okay. Can't wait to tell you my answers.
Well, and then my other one, this was kind of just a random one, is American Werewolf in London. I think that one could be kind of cool too.
That's cute.
Know. What about you?
I had a couple thoughts. Jeepers Creepers is one.
Oh my God, that would be so.
Because, hear me out. So we have 2 siblings that are both female. And then the creeper is also a female.
Love that.
And then everybody else is female. Like in the town.
And all the police.
And it's either
all the cats.
I feel like maybe we just like have a sleepover with the creeper.
Like maybe we just use his den.
His Etsy den.
Oh my God, duh.
Crafts night.
Literally, we open a multi-conglomerate business.
Yeah.
And we're all just crafting with skin.
With skin? No.
Maybe we switch it out for a more sustainable material.
Yeah.
But we can talk about that later.
For sure.
We can get to that detail.
We can get to our business plan later. Yes.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Ooh, I love that.
Yeah. So I thought that'd be kind of cute. You know, like we befriend the creeper. We don't like have to kill. Creepette. Oh, I love that. And then I was thinking any kind of camp film with just girls, because that's just a sleepaway camp. Not the one, not sleepaway camp, but like it's like more Parent Trappy vibes.
I feel like The Final Girls, that film would be fun with an all-female cast.
I feel like we'd all be fucked because everybody in that cast is kind of dumb.
That's true. But even like the killer being female, like it'd be kind of cool.
That would be cool.
It would be a good one.
I mean, I would like to see any film be all female and just like see what happens.
100%.
See what happens.
Okay, and then moving on to number 10. What is your guilty pleasure movie that everyone else hates but you love?
Okay, I said this earlier, but Fun Size, not necessarily a horror film, but it's a Halloween film. I love it so much. I will watch it any time of day or night and just feel the feels, and can eat during this one.
Love it.
Yeah. Also, Scream Queens is a show.
I was going to say the show, right?
Yeah. I can't eat during that one because it's kind of fucking gross. Ryan Murphy, thank you. But I love watching that. It makes me feel like I'm a Chanel. I feel like I'm a Chanel
You
number.
totally are. You've literally dressed up as her for Halloween.
I did, yes.
What
about you?
Great answers. I think if it's horror, I'm going to say Stay Alive. It is a film I greatly enjoy, but when I tell people that I love it, people just talk about how fucking shitty it is.
Who
but
says
I
that?
disagree. Literally so many people. Like no one in this room right now, but like I could name some names if you want to like create a hit list.
Tell me off camera, huh?
Yeah. But I just love Stay Alive. I think it is kitschy and fun, and it just hits me in that like 2000s like horror film feels, and fucking Elizabeth Bathory scares the shit out of me. So yeah, I love that one.
It also, low-key, has a really stacked cast.
It does. It does.
Yes.
I also love like a gothic freaking what's her face?
Sophia Bush.
Sophia Bush. Oh
Yeah.
God, I love her.
She can
She's
get
so
it.
hot. And then I think for like a regular film, I just love Jurassic Park 2,
Of course you
The
do.
Lost World.
Yeah, of course you do.
Not only because of Jeff Goldblum, but part of it was filmed in San Diego.
Mm-hmm.
It's just so good. Literally, it like might be my favorite out of the entire Jurassic Park franchise. I could go down a whole rabbit hole on that too. But
Can I throw one out that's not horror related? Sleepover.
is that not fun size, but in like a different font?
Yeah, no, it is. It's exactly the same thing. And basically exactly everything I just said about just all female cast, and like we're just all at a sleepover.
So that, but a horror, could be a good film. Should we call it a sleepover film?
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Are we making a movie?
I think we are.
Okay.
Wow.
Amazing.
Everyone's invited. I love it.
Our 11th question is, which horror movie villain do you secretly find charming or hilarious?
I think I can speak for a lot of folks when I say that Freddy Krueger is just fucking hilarious. Especially, man, I was just watching Dream Warriors with my parents the other day. It's the third or fourth one. I can't remember, but it's the Dream Warriors one where they're all in like the sleep clinic. Oh my God, he's just so fucking funny. And all the practical effects in that are so good. Anyways, that's like definitely for me. I think Freddy is just so hilarious, and there's something innately charming about him that kind of makes you love him. And shout out to our girl Deandra, a sassy sledgehammer. She is a huge Freddy fan. I think she calls herself a Fredhead.
Yeah.
I think. But what about you, Els?
I literally think everyone's charming, and that's why I fucking get killed first every time. But
Allie is a first girl.
I'm a first girl. However, Freddy Krueger is a really good pick because he is more charming than some of the others, mainly the ones that don't speak.
Yeah, he makes me laugh. He's a silly goose.
He's a silly goose.
I think like in another world, when he's like taking care of some of his trauma, like he might be like a better guy.
Okay. Mm-hmm. 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 Mm-hmm.
Okay, and our last question.
Let me ask this one.
Okay.
Somebody submitted, when are Emma and the producer getting married? I have no answer, and I'm going to let Emma take this away.
TBD. Just kidding. I don't know. But we love each other and we want to get married soon. And wait, what? But I don't know.
She ain't got no ring.
Oh, the producer is being a little sassy right now because Art the Clown did propose to me at Midsummer Scream when we were there a couple months ago. But I'm like, dude, Art got there first. I don't know what to tell you. Like, you're waiting too long. So yeah, TBD on that. We're hoping sometime soonish, but we can't wait to tell you all when that time happens. So,
and you're all invited.
You're all oh no. Literally Roy's worst nightmare. So to be continued there, but one day. We do have some exciting stuff happening though, just like with our lives.
Oh, yes, but also let it be known that I will be in the bridal party.
Make sure everyone knows.
Yes. No, they do.
Well, thank you guys so much for joining us for another mini-sode of Spooky Chicks and Horror Flicks. We love you all so much, and thank you again for submitting all of your questions. As a reminder, you can follow us on social media at Spooky Chicks and Horror Flicks on TikTok and Instagram. And if you want to support the podcast, we also have a Patreon, which is where some of these questions came from, and we would love to hear more on what questions you guys want to hear from us.
We love you guys so much, and thank you for submitting these. Watch Fun Size because people sleep on it, but it's fucking amazing. And stay spooky fuckers.